What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing our Gamers8 predictions, and this is just a general overview of the entire bracket in the group stage, and we'll be getting into the playoffs. So this is how, if you don't know, the structure works. For the group stage, it's best of fives, with the order of games going like this, and in playoffs, it's best of sevens, order of game going like this. So yeah, let's get right into it. So for Group A, we have Ground Zero and Oxygen. So I think in this game, Oxygen might lose one 3v3 game, but it's going to be a pretty convincing 3-1. So they start off uh, their tournament strong. Optic, 3-0s, Gaming Gladiators, Vitality, Oxygen. I think this is going to be a clean 3-0 for Vitality. I don't see Oxygen getting a game here. G2 Optic, I think Optic can win the ones and the threes, but I think it's going to be 3-2, G2. Vitality, G2. I think G2 can scrape off one game, but it's going to be a pretty convincing 3-1. So Vitality is going to be number one seed from this group. Lower, now we go to lowers. Optic, Ground Zero. It's going to be 3-0 for Optic and 3-0 for Oxygen. Optic, Oxygen. This one's going to be a closer one, but I think Optic can pull a 3-2. And Optic, G2. We saw this matchup earlier. G2 won 3-2, but I have Optic winning 3-2 in the lower bracket, getting their revenge. There you go as the number 2 seed. Okay, we move on to Group B. So we have Twisted Minds and Elevate. I think this is going to be a 3-1 in favor of Twisted Minds. Ninjas in Pajamas and Monkeys. Ninjas in Pajamas can also take this in a 3-1 fashion. BDS Twisted Minds, I think this is going to be a 3-1 again. I think Twisted Minds can maybe win a 3v3. And Genji, Ninjas in Pajamas, I think it's going to be a clean 3-0. I don't see any way of Ninjas in Pajamas taking any game. Uh, BDS, Genji, I think Genji kind of started off slow after that relaxed against the NIP. So they can't really get off strong, and BDS end up taking this 3-2. We go on to lowers. Elevate, Nip. So sorry to Elevate, but they'll be going home early with a 3-2 loss to Nip. Monkeys and Twisted. That'll be a 3-1 in favor of Twisted. So Nip, Twisted, Sam versus Mina. I think it's going to be a close one, but Twisted Mind's going to come out on top 3-2. And they're just going to get toppled by Genji here. And Genji will qualify as the number 2 seed from this group. Let's go into Group C. FaZe Clan versus Pioneers. I don't know if you guys know this, but FaZe Clan are going to be participating without Typical and having their coach Chrome play for them. So that might play into how well they do in threes. But I still think, even with Chrome, it's a 3-0 for FaZe. I mean, Mist and First Killer can step up. Unless maybe Pioneers take one game, which might be the case. They start off slow, so I'll give Pioneers one game. Furia Limitless, it's going to be a clean 3-0 for Furia. I just don't think Limitless is going to get a game. K-Court FaZe Clan, I just don't I don't see a way FaZe Clan are winning a threes game against K-Corp when they don't even have Civical playing. So it's going to be a 3-1. Maybe First Killer takes the ones game. Falcons versus Furia. If you guys don't know, Falcons just picked up Nuapo instead of O'Khaled, so the roster is going to be TRK, Ahmad, and Naupo. So I think this roster is very strong, especially because TRK and Naupo have been grinding twos a lot, so their twos is going to be almost unbeatable. So I think it's going to be a 3-1 favor of Falcons. But I just don't think they've sanded out all the rough edges, and they're going to fall short to KC with a 3-1 fashion. Pioneers, Furia. I think, yeah, Furia take this very easily. It's going to be a 3-0. So Pioneers go out first round, and the same with Limitless. So right now, I think even though they don't have Typical, it's going to be a clean 3-0 for FaZe. Furia FaZe, I just feel like if Typical had been here, It would have been an easy win for FaZe, but I just don't think they can do it without. So it's going to be a 3-1 for Furia. Falcons Furia, we saw this matchup already, but I think Furia can contend a little bit more, but just not enough. So it's going to be 3-2 Falcons. And Falcons represent Group C as the number 2 seed. Move on to Group D. And V1 is one of the most anticipated teams. They haven't been to Spring Major or even World Championships, and so they're really looking to bounce back. So they start off strong. I think they'll start off insanely strong. With a 3-0 on Suh. I don't see Suh getting a game. Team Secret Koi. I think Koi struggle, but I guess Secret can take this to 3-2. Maybe go to the fifth game. Team Liquid version 1. I just don't think V1 can start off that hot in a tournament. They might build up later, but I just don't see them starting off that strong. So Liquid take this 3-1, especially because Oski and Natao, they play twos often and they're really good at twos. Rule 1 Secret. I actually think Rule 1 are going to be insanely good in this tournament because Ruas, he's top 2 in ones. The only person that beat him is Moxie. He's not even here. And Ruas clears in twos. They're almost just as unbeatable as TRK and Alpo. So I think this is going to be it's going to be a clean 3-0 for Rule 1 here. Rule 1 versus Team Liquid for the 1 seed. I think Rule 1 come out on top 3-2. Liquid challenge them, but just not that much. Suh and Team Secret in the lower quarterfinals. I have Secret winning this one 3-1. And V1 sending Koi home with a clean 3-0. I think V1 will actually build up a lot of momentum in this lower bracket. Lower semis against Secret. I think it's going to be a 3-0 as well. I just don't see Secret getting a game. And V1 against Liquid, they fell 3-1 earlier, but I think they can bounce back and they will win 3-2 and represent Group D as the number 2 seed. Now let's see how our playoff bracket looks like. All right, so let's start with the quarterfinals. Vitality version 1. Version 1 had a great lower bracket run, but it's Vitality. So I think they'll come up short 4-2. They might take threes game and maybe the ones or twos game, but I don't see them beating Vitality, to be honest. I don't see anyone beating Vitality, but who knows? BDS Falcons. Uh, I think this is a very close match. It's going to be highly anticipated, especially after that roster move. I think Falcons are a lot stronger, especially with that twos. So if it goes to 7 games, there's 4 3v3 games, and then 3 of either twos and ones, a mixture of those. I think Falcons will win a twos and the ones, and maybe 2 3v3 games. So I think it's going to be a 4-3 in favor of Falcons, sending BDS home early, top 8. K Corp and Optic, I think this is going to be a clean win for K Corp. AJ might take a few games, but I think it's going to be a 4-2. And Rule 1 Genji, I'm sorry, North America. There's going to be no North America in top 4 again. It's going to be 2 MENA and 2 EU with a 4-3 win over Genji. Rule 1 take it in 7, and they move on to the semis. Okay, now we move on to let's see the first round. We got Team Vitality and Falcons. I think Falcons will give them a challenge here, but it's I really Vitality are playing insanely well. I don't see why not. So why they would play worse. So maybe Falcons will get the twos and maybe 1 3v3, but I think it's gonna be a 4-2 in favor of Vitality. Okay, Corporal 1, this is gonna be an insane series. Just be back and forth. But Vatira, Exotic, and Itachi come up short in Rule 1. They go on to face Vitality in the finals. In the grand finals, we have Team Vitality versus Rule 1. And I just think that with them competing on MENA grounds, I think that Rule 1 finally do it. They finally topple the undisputed kings and win the Gamers8 tournament against all odds. So yeah, these are the final. I think Rule 1 will take it in the 4-3. It's gonna be an insane series. One definitely look out for if it happens. And I really think Rule 1, they're the kings of Mina, and especially in this style of tournament, they can really branch out with that Rawas Clears duo, and just Rawas and ones. He's gonna be almost unbeatable in this tournament. Probably gonna go undefeated even. So yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting tournament. So yeah, these are my predictions. It's a overall final. Rule 1, Team Vitality going second, first and second is the final standings. And yeah, thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.